Greetings, UGC. My name is Salkis. I am the founder and the ambassador of the Ugly Girls Club, for which I teach awkward girls how to look and feel more attractive. The official website is the uglygirlsclub.com, where you can find all of my coaching services, merch, ebooks, and you can contact me if you have any questions. So listen, I was tagged in a video where a young lady was asking unattractive girls or ugly girls, how do they get over feeling unattractive, because she was tired. I think she said she was like 25, so she said she was just tired of not feeling beautiful, not thinking that she was beautiful, and she wanted to know if there was a way to get over that. No, there isn't. You want to know why? Because the women who claim to love themselves because other people have accepted them and other people find them attractive, right? So finding yourself attractive is a relationship with your community. It's a relationship you have with other people. It's you putting on a show and then getting a favorable response from the beholders who are standing outside of you. So there is no remedy for that, because beauty is an oppressive thing. You're not beautiful on your own. You're really not. So if you're looking for autonomy, within the confines or construct of beauty, you're not going to find it there. You're always going to be pulled by however the wind blows. You're always going to be subject to the highs and lows of, okay, I feel good about me today because some cute guy smiled, or I feel bad about me today because some chicks were giggling behind my back at the grocery store. I knew they were talking about me, and it's a seesaw effect. If you want to feel good about yourself, the best way to do that is go, no matter what outside conditions are happening, I'm going to have concern and self-respect. I'm going to make sure that I do things to keep myself safe, healthy, secure, and maybe even happy. I'm going to be the catalyst for that, because people like you today and then they don't like you tomorrow. People will say, I really dig you, we vibe, and then tomorrow you may do something that they disagree with, and then they second guess their evaluations of you. So looking at yourself through the lens of other people will be unstable. Y'all are trying to find stability within the perceptions of other people, and there is none. There is none. It's always going to be an ebb and flow. It's always going to be an up and down, and you're going to have to accept that. You're going to have to accept that. The thing that you have to get over, if there is a thing to get over, is your shame. Your shame surrounding what you are. Your shame surrounding not being the status quo, right? And the shame and the guilt, because really it's guilt. You feel guilt that you can't, compete with other women, that you are not meeting the standards that society says is the blueprint of attractiveness. You feel some guilt there and you want to fix it. And some of you try to, some of you try to, and some of you get close to really feeling good about yourselves, but it's never quite 100%, because the fact that you have to fix yourself also brings about a guilt, because it's like, why wasn't I born perfect enough not to have to do this? So there's a guilt even in the process of trying to fix yourself. So it's a never-ending cycle, UGC. A never-ending cycle with us, because as ugly girls, we are challenged not only by how we look, but we are challenged by the perceptions of our IQ. Because if you're unattractive, people think you're stupid too. And if you're not refined, people think you are unlucky in life. And they will decide from there whether to respect you or not. Because that's all people are doing. They're assessing you to see if they need to respect you. And I'm telling y'all this to prepare for that, so that you're not crushed and defeated with every interaction that you're having out here. I deal with people who disrespect me all the time. I meet people who have assumptions about me all the time. And I have no control over that. None. So I got to decide, like you got to decide, if I'm going to die on this hill by cussing people out and, acting abrasive or what have you, or am I going to get the most out of this interaction and then bounce and then go? And that's what we're all going to have to do. Otherwise, we'll keep losing, because most people will give you cause to be upset. There's a lot of people that will give you cause to want to cuss them out, and you'll have to refrain from that. You'll have to discipline yourself to calm down and to ask yourself, what is your bottom line? What is your bottom line? Unfortunately, when people look at us, they look at us like 12 years a slave. Black, white, brown, stripes, polka dot, and everything else in between. They're looking at us as the symbol of oppression, low IQ, and being God's mistake even. And unfortunately, you don't get a break from that in your own house. A lot of women, a lot of black women don't get a break from that, even amongst their own. So you build up this armor around you, and you build up a wall of resentment, which can start to make you sick. Nobody cares if you're angry. Nobody's impressed with your anger. The only thing anybody is ever thinking about when they're in your face is what they can get from you and how they can get it for free. That is it. So you have to put your best foot forward for you and go, you know what? My intention here is to come out unharmed, to come out more prosperous, to come out maybe a little smarter than I was yesterday, whatever it is. My intention here is to gain a surplus, not a deficit, a surplus. And if I intend to gain a surplus, now I have to ask myself, what do I have to do to get this surplus? What do I have to say to get this surplus? What do I have to be to get this surplus in, so I can have enough to store and save up for tomorrow? Because you got to be your savior. You have to be your savior. Whether you have people in your life or not, you really have to be your savior. So these are the things that I want y'all to think about. And for those of you who want private coaching with me, I am available for that. Those of you who like the content on this platform, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button somewhere and leave a comment as well. And come on over to Patreon. Come on over to VIP Patreon, so that you can get some more insider information. Let's say you can get some more advice. You can see living examples of how to maneuver and how to pivot in this world, right? So that you're not in the dark when certain scenarios come up. You'll be able to pace yourself. You'll be able to pace yourself and come out of it on top, because that's really all that matters. That's really all that matters. So I hope to see you. I hope to see you off this platform and maybe work with you one-on-one. I hope to see you on Patreon. And again, if you have any questions, please write me at herselfesteem@gmail.com. And like I said, leave a comment, because I really want to know what you think. I want to know what you feel. All right. Peace.